Let's come together this morning in our opening treatment, which is our affirmative prayer. It is a process by which we are treating our consciousness to the truth. We remember that the gifts have already been given. It is the Father's good pleasure to give us the keys to the kingdom. And the keys are our acceptance, our believing in our hearts. This process we call treatment is a process that takes us to a deeper state of believing, and it sets in motion the power that responds to prayer, the power by which it is done to us according to our belief, to create a deeper belief, or as Dr. Holmes says, the avenue in consciousness through which the demonstration appears, the demonstration being the answered prayer. So as we come together today, let us remember that there is only one life, and that life is God, and that life is perfect. We can call it love, we can call it spirit, we can call it nature. Makes no difference to it what we call it. It makes every difference to us. But by whatever name we call it, it is unity, it is singularity, it is oneness, it is perfect, it is whole, it is complete. There is not too much or too little anywhere in God. So there's not too much nor too little anywhere in God's creation. And when it creates by becoming that which has been created. And as it created the soul of each and every one of us, the spirit of each and every one of us, a little part of itself became us. We are the individualized expressions of God's life, of God's love, of God's truth and God's beauty. We may not always behave that way. We may not always completely realize that truth. But as the poet says, that spirit is the spark at the center of our being, that we may desecrate, but we can never destroy. The presence of the divine lies within us, in quiet repose, awaiting our discovery of it. It is perfectly patient, perfectly kind, and perfectly loving. It gives us time to form our identity, to form our beliefs and opinions, and then to eventually awaken to the fact that there is a greater truth within us, and that many of our beliefs and many of our opinions stand in the way of our completely experiencing it. When the moment arrives that we become aware of this spark of the divine within us that we did not put there, nor could we put there, that is the birth of the Christ within us. The birth of the Christ within our hearts, within our souls, within our experience. An awareness that comes to us not by ordinary means, but by divine grace, divine givingness, divine love. So today we accept the presence of the divine, the Christ within us, the Emmanuel. Today we release and we let go of every and any idea in consciousness that stands in the way of our fully realizing and experiencing the presence of God that is right here and is right now, right in our midst, nearer than our hands and feet, closer than our breath. Our acceptance today is for the continuous growth of our realization and our experience of the presence of God within. We release and let go of everything else, for there is nothing else worth having. We are grateful for the opportunity to come together today to love each other and support each other, to recognize the presence of the divine within each other, and to realize that others recognize that same presence within us. We recognize that the presence is the present. We are grateful to know that there's a power in the universe that responds to us according to our belief. And this prayer, this treatment, is a declaration of our belief that the presence of God is already within us, and every day we are awakening more fully to the experience of its presence. We now release this treatment to that perfect law, knowing so certain it is done that we say together, and so it is.